What's up, guys? How's it going? What did we watch this week? This week we watched a little film called Scary Movie. Scary Movie is a pretty infamous, I would say, film series. I'm sure most of us are familiar with the first one and the second one. Little did I know there were 5 films that they made before this, and now there's a 6th. Scary Movie 6, the one that's in theaters right now, is not good. It is not a good film. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It is a awful film. No plot whatsoever. The film feels like a bunch of gags, a bunch of different references interspliced in between a narrative. Like there's Family Guy essentially cutaways that happen where it's like, oh, we're doing this plot beat. We're setting up the relationship between the daughter and the mother. Boom, we're gonna reference the substance now, and now we're in a hospital, and now the scary face guy, Scream guy, is here, and he's gonna inject her with the stuff, not the substance, and she's gonna die. And then now we're back in the narrative. Now we're back, and the daughter's going to the hospital to see Tuesday. It's ridiculous. It's contrived. I think the first movie handles its references a lot better. Scary Movie 6 has too many references. It's referencing too many properties. It insists upon itself. This movie would have been so much better if maybe they cut like 50% of them. I think you just streamline it. You have the narrative, right, like you did in the first movie, and you do like a commentary on like the horror scene and what's going on, right? Because in the first movie, the references are put in between the narrative for sure, but they're not as in your face, and there's actual comedic value there. Having made 5 movies after that, being on the 6th one, there's less of a need to prove yourself because you're already an established parody brand, right? We're taking K-pop Demon Hunters. We're taking The Substance. We're taking It Follows. We're taking Get Out. And most of the film is very similar to like the Mario movie or like Five Nights at Freddy's movie, where the full fun of it is pointing out all the references that you know and pointing and being like, oh, I've seen that. You're not getting enjoyment out of the movie in a vacuum. You're getting enjoyment out of it by being knowledgeable of other properties, and I feel like the movie is held back because of that, and it makes me really disappointed. Some of the comedy in this is very funny, very infrequently, but there are funny moments in this. I think the opening with the theme park that's actively falling apart on itself, I thought was nice physical comedy. And I thought you know what? That's about it. Everything else got me like a light chuckle at most, or perhaps like an air exhaled out of my nose, but nothing was like laugh out loud funny. The way they advertise this film as being like, oh, Gen Z and millennials are gonna get so offended by this movie, they're not gonna be able to handle it. We're pushing the boundaries on what comedy can be and what the subject matter we can tackle and make fun of. I think that was a bit overblown. I think it was just like a really generically done comedy film. There's nothing particularly special about it. There's nothing I particularly enjoyed about it. That's really about it. The narrative, if we're going to talk about the narrative underpinnings in itself, removing the problem with references, needing to explain references in case the audience does not understand what's going on, the narrative in a vacuum, I think, is still silly. References are like already baked into the narrative itself because it requires your knowledge of essentially Scary Movie 1 through 5, and the actors that portrayed those characters, the deals made behind the scenes in order to make sense of some of the things that they say in this film. Like there's this massive contention between, I guess, the legacy characters, or like the characters that showed up in the first film, and the reboot characters, where they're trying to like establish these new characters. And spoiler alert, basically they kill all the new characters. Because they're like, wait a minute, we're the legacy characters, we should have all the staying power, we have been here for way longer than these newbies. And so that's the whole reason that I guess Scarface is killing these people, these new legacy characters, because they want the spotlight, right? They want to maintain their staying power, their seniority over the Scary Movie franchise. Which I think is silly. They kill off 2 of the legacy characters in the film. Your motive doesn't even make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. Dewey is not in prison. Dewey is. He's stupid Dewey again. I thought he was cool. I thought at the end of the first movie he was the killer, and he walks away and he drives his Mercedes off into the sunset, and he's a cool guy and he gets away with all of it. That was the whole point of the character. And now what are we doing? What are we doing? Dewey is now stupid again. He's now the stupid character that is gross and yucky. It made me upset. It made me upset seeing Dewey in this state. He shouldn't be. But he has no reason to now. The whole reason he was like that was in order to divert any sort of suspicion that he was the killer in the first movie. That's the whole point of it. And now he's just stupid again for no reason. Hey guys, it's me from a couple days later. One thing I forgot to mention is the theater experience. This experience of being in the theater with other people. And it was pretty good. It was pretty freaking good. I had a couple laughs, I had a couple guffaws. There's this one couple in front of me that thought the joke of like the girl becoming conservative and not liking black people was really funny. I didn't really get to dwell in the movie theater at all because people just wanted to get out of there. They wanted to get out of there. They did not want to linger. They didn't want to think about the movie at all. They wanted to get the freak out of there. So I didn't really get to stick around to see the credits or anything, which is disappointing because I like to watch the credits and like to see the people who made the movie, and I like to point out the funny names that are in the credits. There's just one part of the movie that I really don't like, and it's the substance. It's the substance part. I don't like the substance part. I think it's contrived. I think it just came out of nowhere. I think it was for the purpose of killing off a character that they really didn't know what to do with. That's what I think. Sorry if I look chopped. I haven't shaved in 2 days. I've been thinking about this movie. I haven't showered. I'm greasy. Back to the video. This film does not play on genre conventions that well. There's this one character, the boyfriend character, who is like, oh, I'm for sure not the murderer. Wink, 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 wink. And he'll I'm for sure not the murderer. And it's like, I guess you're playing on audience expectations. It's like a reverse psychology where it's like, oh, they're making it out to be the boyfriend so that you think that it's not the boyfriend, because everybody knows in horror movies not to trust the boyfriend. Everybody knows this. In slasher films, you don't trust the boyfriend. And guess what happens? He is the murderer. It's that simple. We got you. We tricked you. It was a reverse psychology maneuver. We got you. I didn't think that was I thought it was stupid. I thought it was so stupid. Scary Movie, I would give it like a 2.6 out of 10. Comedy is subjective. Maybe you will really enjoy this film. I did not particularly. I think the first movie is still the best one in the series. The first and the third one are for sure the best ones. That's all I really got to say. I'll see you on the flippity flip. Peter out.